All right, how's it going? This is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you guys as promised. Um, so looking right off the bat, this is the homepage of the website. We'll look at here in just a second. I did click on this locations, which I was not aware of at the time. So looks like you guys got 4 different locations, and then you guys franchise out as well. So um, I'm going to be looking at these 2 locations right off the bat. This is more towards me. I live in Columbia, Missouri, so I'm in Missouri, and then we got one down in Florida as well. So one thing we are noticing here, this map is not liking to load. Also, this kind of looks funky with how these are set up. I would set these all up how these 2 are, the Des Moines and Kansas City area, just so it flows better. But I'll look at more on the website here in just a second. Now, with that being said, it looks like your main office is going to be the Des Moines area with your number up here looking like this. That's what I'm going to assume. So I went ahead and I typed in roofing Des Moines, Iowa here. So this is like what we consider a buyer intent keyword, a phrase that you want to have in your website, which is the same phrase somebody's going to type in to find you guys to do, a roofing service for them if they don't know a company, right? So you want to be able to rank within this first page of Google here, so that people can actually find you without knowing who you guys are, right? So that's how you can maximize the amount of traffic that's coming online. Would be being on this first page, of course, because 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this first page, okay? Now, you would be able to do this for each of these 4 different areas that you guys currently are located in, all right? So that's where the big picture is at for you guys. Now, there's a few ways to get on this first page. First, we're seeing are the ads. I don't think it's necessary to do these unless you need customers right this second to survive. Then I would start doing some ads. Other than that, though, if you have some time and you can put some effort into, doing this organically, I think it allows more credibility to your company, but also it's a better return over the long. So ROI on doing it organically is much better as well. And you can do that through this map pack or down through the organic listings themselves. Now the map pack is huge. So I don't know if yours is going to come up as Grimes, Iowa, or Des Moines. I could look at that in some more research. Now, if it shows up in Des Moines, we're not seeing you guys here quite yet. Okay, so I paused the video and I did a little looking here. So I did roofing Grimes, Iowa here. So your guys' Google business profile is in Grimes. So you wouldn't be able to rank for the Des Moines area in that section, but you can rank for the top 3 in Grimes, right? Which you are not currently. So this is what I would work on first. And definitely some of these other areas that you guys are in. Make sure that you obviously have Google business profiles created and verified, but then work on getting them ranked. And you do that through basically filling everything out so Google isn't guessing about what you guys do at all, keeping them active, replying to reviews that you have. You can also, there's a website that Google lets you create for free. It's not really to rank for anything, but it provides some more insight for Google. And again, it's filling out everything 100%, okay? And that will allow you to be within here. So coming back to the Des Moines area, though, this is going to give me, your top competitor in the area. Now, the only thing with this company here is they have, Des Moines in their actual name here. So I'm going to kind of stick away from them probably. Let's do Andrews here. So I'll do them for the comparison. But let's go back to your guys' website here. One of the first things I'm always going to look at, is the website secure. So in your case, yes, it is. Then also, is it slow to load? Is it glitchy? Things of that nature. Possibly a little glitchy with this, but it's not slow to load overall on like the page itself. A couple little minor things that need to be fixed to just make it look more professional. But other than that, everything else looks good. And surprisingly, too, one of the main things I'm always looking at is the actual content in the homepage. So, all these sections that I can highlight. Now, Google likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words of content alone on the homepage, and it looks like you're probably within that sweet spot. Now, the main thing here is this content good to is it optimized to what you guys actually do? I'm not certain. I haven't read through it that much. But what this allows you to do too then is every 150 to 200 words of content, and this goes for not just the homepage, but the rest of the pages as well that deal with the types of services and locations and things like that. You can actually input these types of keywords that I'm talking about, these buyer intent keywords within your website. So that, again, people can find you, for the types of services that you provide in the locations that you provide them. And again, with the amount of locations you have, I would be doing location pages. So not just one page that has locations. Again, with this kind of slow to load map and then the areas here, I would have each of these have their own page and just load it up with the um, uh, keywords within them. And that will allow you to rank within those areas and just dominate. Okay. So let me go to this without, I'm going to make this video long, unfortunately. I'm going to try and cut it short here. So let's move on to this paid program I use called Eros. I throw your guys' website in here. Now it gives me this dashboard of numbers I can see. These first two are power and trust ratings from Google. The first one's for the entire website. The second one is just for the homepage. And you've built this power and trust through these backlinks that come from these referring domains, okay? Now, these are rated out of 100, so we can tell they're not the highest, right? So not a ton of power and trust as of yet that we have with Google. Now, you got to keep building these backlinks out that come from these referring domains. Just make sure they stay at a high quality so that when, you're getting these backlinks, they're basically, big dog websites that are pointing fingers at you saying, yes, this is a good company to work with. Google's going to recognize that and grant power and trust over to your website in return. Now, you have about 170 keywords within your website currently. That seems probably about right, but I'm not, again, I'd have to do research to see if most of those are buyer intent or not. I think with the areas that you serve, with the amount of services that you do, you should definitely have this amount of keywords just in buyer intent keywords, okay? Meaning, these are keywords that are going to bring in traffic that could turn into a lead, other than just traffic coming in looking for information off your website and not really relevant to actually calling in or filling out a form to reach you guys. But with all this being said, you get about 80 people coming into the website every month, so not horrible. But I think with, again, the 4 service areas that you guys have, this could be well within the thousands, okay? And I got some things to back that up, right? So this is that top competitor besides what I think is probably a lead gen. Somebody who doesn't own a roofing company probably ranked this and is selling leads out in Des Moines area. This is what I probably think that is. But so an actual company here that I know for sure, I'm going to pop them into the same program. Now we can see them, right? So they're not even doing this at a high level, but they're still bringing in 185 traffic per month because they're on this first page, right? So there you can kind of see just for the Des Moines area, if you were to dominate this, you could bring in a few hundred probably traffic per month just from Des Moines area. And you could really, target some of these other areas within Des Moines, like Grimes, West Des Moines, so on and so forth, to really make sure that you dominate the area. Now, one thing I did too, your Omaha, right? So I went ahead and I pulled up Roofing Omaha, and this is our top competitor within here, Pyramid Roofing. So this is their website, and I threw them into the same program here as well. Now we can see they're doing it at a little bit of a higher level than what we've been seeing so far in this video. So they're bringing in over 1,000 traffic per month, okay? And they're bringing in some paid traffic too, so they're running some ads as well. So this is what you can see the possibility, right? If you can dominate each of these 4 different areas with these service areas tabs, you would be able to crush it when it comes to traffic. I mean, 1,000 or more, 2,000 traffic per month. And especially if you do it right, a lot of those, 30 to 40% of those can actually turn into leads. Okay. And that's an incredible amount of leads, even for 4 different areas. So that's the kind of possibilities that you're missing out on if you don't do this stuff correctly. Okay. So I think for the sake of the video, there is plenty of information you can use to your benefit. I think the main thing for you guys is building out this website a little bit more, and then just pumping a bunch of gas to it. And quote unquote by gas, I mean these backlinks and things of that nature, just to grant this website more power. And then really focus on getting ranked within each of these 4 different locations that you're in, and you can completely dominate. So Yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, or if you need me to elaborate on anything I talked about in the video, please feel free to reach out to me. And then, of course, I'd love to hear some feedback as well. Whether you loved the video, whether you hated it, if you found any information in it or not. And then I just wanted to thank you, and I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to watch the video.